Hello everyone, this is Yaver Ali Kazmi with ILM Exam Prep, how to write ILM assessments. First we take a look at 5 steps process from registering as ILM student till getting certified. So step number 1 is we register at an ILM approved training center and become ILM member. Select the qualifications such as award or certificate, award being a relatively short program in number of hours and in number of books that we study, and certificate being a long program in number of guided learning hours. So say we select award for instance, and we choose our assessment. After the training, we are familiar with our books, then we make a choice of which assessment I would like to take. So we choose our assessment and then we move on to the next stage or the next step, which is the exam center. Now the exam center is going to send us via email the assessments, which will be in Microsoft Word format along with guidelines and instructions. Step 3 is our step. We as students, once we receive the Microsoft Word documents, the assessment criteria are mentioned, the word count instructions are given, we start to work on a Microsoft Word document, because that's where we write our assessment, that's where we'll write our assignment. We'll keep track of the assessment criteria, and we'll also keep the word count in mind. Above all, we have to create original work. Once this is done, then we can send our draft to the exam center for a review. And if all is well, then the exam center is going to start to mark our work. They'll make sure that we haven't missed out on any AC or assessment criterion. Our word count is appropriate, there is no plagiarism, and all assessment criteria are met. Once this is done, our exam center is going to forward our work to the home. It finally reaches ILM. ILM is going to mark and assess our work as well. If all goes well, congratulations, you got certified. If something did not go right, well, it will be sent back to the exam center, and our exam center is going to contact us, and we will have to redo our assignments. So when we are going to attend an ILM training program, contribute, take part in activities, share your knowledge and experience with other members of the group studying and your facilitator, and ask relevant questions. Take notes and make notes. Use the activity box in the unit workbook provided. Your notes will be vital input to writing assignment as your assessment. Keep referring to the assessment criteria. Understand the context of the assessment, the assignment, visualize and recall events to give as examples in your assessment, assignment, and be natural. When you are expressing through your words, relate to your workplace observations and experiences. Now, 7 guiding points to write the ILM assignments. Number 1. Write a brief, say 5,200 words introduction of yourself. Include your job title, the major role you play at work, brief one-liner introduction of your organization. This would not contribute to your assessment word count. However, the same introduction can be used for your multiple assessments. Number 2. Read the assessment criteria and sufficiency descriptors carefully. This information is sent to you along with your assessment by your ILM approved training center via email. So you will find 3 possible ways with their 3 possible outcomes. Number 1, the minimum one, and which is not a good one, is the referral. It means that a delegate writes and describes in a certain way that makes his work or her work unacceptable, and it will be sent back to him or her. So that's referral. Number 2 is the pass criteria. That is, of course, pass. If a delegate writes or describes in a certain way, that detail is given. What do they mean by that certain way? That is given, and it's relative to each assignment. So his or her work will pass the test by meeting the criteria. However, it is in between the referral and the good pass. So then the third one is the good pass. Make sure you are aiming for good pass and are meeting the requirements for a good pass, such as the required examples and specific detail or thorough description is used in your explanation. Number 3, get to write in the Microsoft Word document. Preferably, if you like, create a draft document first. Pick each statement, assessment question, assessment criterion statement, copy from the assessment document that you've received and paste it in your draft document. Then under that assessment criterion, begin to write your answer and read the assessment criterion for good pass and keep the marks allocated in your mind. Open your notes from your training session, and you take such notes during the training in your workbook or your notepad. Make relevance of the topic being asked to your workplace situations, practices in your answer. Use examples to better describe your point. When sharing an example as needed, do mention example, for example, to make it prominent in your text. If you really feel a citation is needed, use it with complete reference, book, title, author, and the year of publication, publisher, and page number. If you used internet, give the source of reference, even for charts, graphs, statistics, pictures, etc. Copy and paste the precise link that you referred to. Remember, the assessment requires your understanding and ability to apply and evaluate the knowledge gained during your course of study and training. Your own words are valued. Number 4, make the judgment of your word count allocation correctly. You are not penalized for writing a few words over or under the suggested range. However, your word count allocation should be apt. For example, if your assessment has 8 statements as assessment criteria to address or answer, and the suggested range is 2,000 words, how do you decide how many words to give to each assessment criterion? Look at the marks allocated to each individual AC. To all ACs, the allocation is not the same mostly. Therefore, based on the marks as well as the good pass criterion for each AC assessment criterion, decide how much to write approximately, meeting the AC for a good pass without compromising the quality of your content. Remember, it is not the wordiness your work will be assessed on, but on the effective use of the words fulfilling the purpose of the criteria. Number 5, always keep extra 200 words over the minimum number of words suggested. If the minimum word count is 800 words, some delegates write just about that 800 words. Looking at the Microsoft Word document on their PC screen, on the bottom left, some delegates feel that that is enough, but it is not. The words that are in the question statements, for example, identify the factors that affect styles of leadership at your workplace, is an 11-word headline, and it is not written work or produced work by the delegate. Therefore, this won't be counted towards your contribution. Therefore, just to play safe, write over the minimum word count, but not over the maximum word limit allowed. Number 6, Don't forget to mention the following items. 1. The assessment title, unit title on the title page or on top of the first page of your Word document. 2. The delegate name as per your registration, your name. 3. Center name, your ILM approved training and exam center. 4. The total word count on the title page or on the top of the first page or at the end. Number 7. Finally, make the final version of your assignment from your draft in Microsoft Word document. Review your work. Send your draft for feedback to your ILM exam center. Missing one AC can cause our work to fail in the assessment. Check once more that all the ACs are answered completely as per the good pass criteria, and that each AC is mentioned as a topic heading above your answer to it. Example, say one of your ACs is AC 1.2, which happens to be in your assessment as the factors that would affect leadership style at the workplace. So when you write, you make it like this as an example: AC 1.2, the factors that would affect my leadership style at my workplace, and then below it start your answer. At my workplace, the challenges that face my team are so on and so forth. Once your work is complete, your original work is now ready, send it to exam center, get a feedback. Once you have checked your work, it is time to email it to your exam center. ILM approved centers are there to guide and support you for your success. Congratulations, you completed your work. Get certified, get started for it. Wish you all the best. Thanks for watching.